Mbadiwe, aka JahDave, and his sons. This is a man who has threatened anybody who tries to say the truth on what is going on in all these waterways ashes. With the human rights defenders, we went to Head Bridge and Obofole and Asaba, where we went in solidarity with the Nigeria police, in solidarity with people who are licensed to dredge there, in solidarity to the Attorney General of this state, who his name has been dragged to the mud by the children of this very young man, with the entire force, who their name has been ridiculed by these children of this very man. They go on Facebook, they bring this woman's picture, they post it and they write all manner of things. They even go to the extent of publishing a court document in an ongoing cases they have in court. And then they try to seek for sympathy. Let's not forget, this is the same man who took Nigeria police to the court. We are going to follow this case until we get justice for every affected person and we get justice for these dredgers.
To all these dredgers you are looking at here, all these dredgers here, all of them are licensed. So I don't understand how somebody from Ndupan will come to asaba waterways and be dragging ownership. They're not going to allow this very young man to continue to bully licensed dredgers who are licensed by the federal government of Nigeria. JahDave is a bully. If you have license, you can only operate here. If you don't have license from the federal government, you don't have rights to operate here. And anybody coming here to operate without license, that person is a criminal. And anybody dragging those illegal of Delta State Command, Mrs. Gladys, defamation is a very serious crime in Nigeria. You can't be defaming the woman's character because she didn't do your dirty job. Those illegal just asked you, show me the law that overrule the judgment these people have. It's as simple as that. They have their own judgment. You have your own judgment. Why are you not terrorizing the people here? You came here last time with dogs, and you came again. You wrote petition against this woman again, and you are trying to tarnish her image. Our attention is actually drawn for some illegal activities going on. I want to unequivocally condemn a move of a so-called man who has actually been coming here to claim ownership of what he does not have. So, and now, with what we've actually thought on, there are judgments which court has actually done, and I think they should follow what the court has actually said. So, whosoever is actually dragging the OC legal Delta State Police Command should refrain from that, and that person should know that defamation of character is actually a strong offense in Nigeria. So I am actually encouraging you now to defame and refrain from every illegalities that you have perpetrated. It has got our information that lastly you actually came to the river basin with cultists and dogs just to make sure you stop the activities that are going on. And I want to actually bring it up to the public notice that these people that are actually operating here in the river basins, they have their license. So, and whosoever that does not have a license is not actually authorized to operate in this river basin. So, because of this, I will say that we should stand by the truth and we will stand to defend the truth.
At the River Niger, at the overhead bridge, straight to Onitsha, that's between the Delta State and the Anambra State. Actually, anybody that have a license from the federal government are free to operate in the river base, to dredge and to do some other things. But in a situation where someone will just come from Ndokwa and begin to claim asaba land, and begin to claim the environment that he holds it, and the judge have been given against him before. In fact, it is not acceptable we as a human rights defender will stand to defend the human rights, and this man, JahDave, should stop dragging the OC like an state, to stop tarnishing an image. This is what I have to say to him for now. If you know what is good for him,